The following podcast contains mature language and adult discussion.
Wrestlingus show. Here we back, boy. Wrestlingus show. Fuck those we ignore. Wrestlingus show. Too hard for the meat. Wrestlingus show. On the air every week.
It's the Wrestlingus show, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another fun-filled show. And this show is the review of WWE for the week. You can find all of our nonsense at patreon.com/LingusMafia, as well as anywhere you look for things. You want to go YouTube, you want to go TikTok, anywhere you go, it's all Lingus Mafia. That's all you got to look for, and you will be able to find it. Now, we're going to have a third show on Patreon this week, Faust, because we will have the review of Elimination Chamber. That will be our bonus show.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Battle of the Valley or whatever it's called over here in San Jose that I won't be going to.
I was going to say you're not marching out there immediately to do it. I saw this
what
fucking
if I told
Monet.
What if I told you Eddie Kingston is on the card?
Oh shit! Now you get me excited to go because I've loved him ever since ROH. I see this fucking Mercedes crying on fucking Twitter or wherever the fuck she is. Do you see this stupid shit?
No.
She's wiping her eye like crying. I go, what the fuck?
Oh,
Everyone supported me after all this, and I'm so thankful to be. And I was like, and I just replied back, and I wondered how many people would get it because I was waiting. I wanted to say something a lot worse. I want to say something bad, period. But all I wrote is, she's the female Kurt Angle. And I think people will take that like there's a compliment. But I mean it as in she will lose all of her glory years in the garbage fucking federations.
Gotcha.
Yes, yeah. As Kurt was gone for all that time and barely, it's like you could have been a fucking... I wanted to say, so you don't care about your legacy and going to these other places and not being what you can be.
She doesn't have a drug problem. That we know of.
Matter of time till she's divorced, right? I think that's coming.
Wasn't there speculation?
There was speculation. Yeah. And I'm like, it's a matter of time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to give you your WWE rundown. And then after Elimination Chamber, we're going to be on Patreon doing that, especially for the Patreon people. So here we go with SmackDown, first of all, Fausti. And you get Heyman in the ring right off the bat. And Sammy shows up, freaking him out, shows up behind in this hood, after
he's sitting there holding both belts, struggling to hold both the belts up. I don't offer predictions. I provide spoilers, and Sami Zayn is not here. And come on, can you imagine him as the champion?
I can't.
Me either.
He says
Sami shows up.
He says the days are numbered and how the bloodline is ending. And Paul, you could see it. You see it's coming to an end, so you get that whole deal, and Paul gets scared, because, of course, there's somebody in the ring yelling at him. So,
right, and Sam even says, a month ago, the Bloodhound would have been out here already.
Did you?
And
you know what you just said?
What?
Did you hear what you said?
No, what did I say?
The Bloodhound.
Oh, the Bloodline. The Bloodhound gang.
The Bloodhounds will be out here after the arrest.
Yeah.
And now they're not there. No one's there. All this kind of stuff, right?
And he goes, well, what do you think is going to happen with Jimmy and then Solo? And he goes, listen, the way you look at Roman, it's a little weird.
We all do, Faust.
It's like the sun shining out of his ass.
We end up with Hit Row versus the Bang Brothers. And then we get a Titantron video. How horrible is fucking Flop Dollar? Wow. Dude, I don't know. It's like, I didn't think he used to be this fucking bad for some reason. Yeah. Was it hidden? I don't fucking know, but
I don't know.
It's
it's because he's exposed now because we're seeing him more.
I
we
think
never really
so.
Saw them wrestle because it was Swerve doing most of the wrestling.
Yeah. He's getting that chest pounded on thing and, and he's just taking it. Looks like a tub of shit. It's like.
And it's like a Sheamus, he's doing the extra punches, and it's like,
he does.
I think they're just fucking with him now.
Well, I mean, he does that extra shit to everybody now, but I do think they fuck with him. I really
when you hear them talking shit on commentary. Is Drew a brute now?
Honorary
brawling
brute. You're gonna have one of those honorary Uso
He's
t-shirts.
hanging out with them. Like before the match, we saw them doing this stupid banger after banger shit.
Yeah, I
Yelling
really.
back like assholes.
Yeah, it bothers me. So that the Viking promo on the Titantron afterwards. What is this? Just we're coming to get you. Yeah, even though they've lost to them already. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there another Viking showing up? I don't think so. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like if this was like how they first came in,
Oh,
like originally,
yeah.
it'd be totally different because you're like, oh,
It's hard to back someone knowing they were jobbers. It's very difficult.
When we see them, having axe throwing contests with the what was that way? Was it the Profits?
It was the Profits because then they did basketball with them.
Yeah, and then the ninjas showed up.
Fuck, that's unbelievable. Yeah, they had the Viking fucking games or whatever the fuck it was, the Nordiques. Jimmy trying to call Jay in the back, no answer on the phone, trying to get a hold of him. They got a tag title match tonight.
Will he show up?
Lacey versus Kimmy Gibbler. What do you think Lacey's problem is? Is it creative or is it her? It might be a nice little mix. It might be because she's still with the you're all a bunch of nasties. And it's like still with this shit. You nasty
there's
things.
Like a charisma.
It is
missing where it's not natural.
And I think this gimmick is garbage anyway.
She looks good.
She does.
That's about it.
Yeah, the gimmick is nobody's her, not her friend. That's for sure. They've tried to say, fuck, she's been in the military. It's got to be a way to fucking use this. And they tried and failed and said, fuck it, we're going to do it again? A different way? You know damn well she was supposed to be a fucking good guy originally with this fucking military, right? And it failed real quickly.
Yep.
Here we go again. All right, here goes. So I was right by a herd of donkeys.
Don't worry. By SummerSlam, she'll be a Southern Belle again.
You know what? When all else fails, they all go. I am telling you, Corbin is going back, and I'm telling you, Lacey will go back too. And it'll be do open the door and pay the bills and wipe my hand. It'll be all that. I love that fucking stupid shit. Jimmy and Paul in the back talk. Paul's upset because nobody came to help. Jimmy goes, fuck, I've been trying to goddamn make a call. No solo tonight. I'm trying to get, I got a match. What are you worried about?
He says, hey, Paul, maybe you can help me defend the title.
That's great. It's like, that'd be great. Yeah, might as well be by yourself. Green and Sonya in the back, and Pierce says, you guys get the tag tonight. I'm like, good. The two people you don't even want to see both tag tonight. I'm like, and this is another disservice, this Chelsea Green shit.
So she goes show to show now, too? What's going on?
It's
all
true.
These fucking broads.
Yeah, and it's, her gimmick is horrific. And it's not even like see, she's doing a good job because she's hated. No, this is the worst.
It's just dumb.
It is. Braun and Ricochet versus the Usos. Here we go. Only Jimmy is there to start this. And defending the titles on his own. And then they go, look, up in the sky. And they see Jay walking in. And he clanked the belts together. He does that walk into the clank. And so they win. They hug each other and shit and like that. And after the match,
I like the finish. I like how Ricochet did the shooting star.
Didn't know he tagged.
He bounced off. And then as soon as he landed,
he got splashed.
Jimmy hits the splash.
Yeah.
So Jimmy was just hanging out, like in the concession area, debating whether he was going to tag or not.
And so after the match, Jay goes, He could
have given his brother to Iggy, like, I'll be there.
I'll be there. And make you worry about it. Says, I'll never leave you. You're my blood.
I got your back.
I got you. And he asks, what about the bloodline? He says, he doesn't reply, though. No?
He says, I don't know.
Yeah.
Jimmy goes, are you in or out? And he's like, I don't know.
So that's where we get Paul standing behind a pillar to watch. So Paul hears, I don't know. That's this whole fucking Iggy about this, right?
Yeah, and then he asked Jimmy.
Because that's the part I miss, I think, that I don't know.
Yeah, and then Paul asked Jimmy, hey.
Later on.
Say, nothing.
Nothing. So now it's, okay, so things will come together at the end of this show, which we'll talk about. Natty talks in the ring. Oh, God. I wanted to play this, Faust. You know what? I think I should. I should play this on the fucking show.
TJ.
dude, and I want you to fucking listen, and you listen fucking good. Now let me get. Where's the remote? Of course, this is when I can't find the fucking remote, right? Let's see.
Natty with her injections.
Now this is why I want to play this for you, because this is gonna prove something. This is gonna be wild. Okay, let me get to the right channel. Okay. Oh, and the remote's sitting right in front of my fucking face. Okay. Let's get to this. See, little special part for the show files for everybody to hear. We'll put on a list. Go to SmackDown. We'll find this because this is something else.
And now her thing is she's wearing her daddy's hat. Well, not her dad's
Yeah, it
hat,
is.
but dad's style hat, that ugly hat.
Yeah, I'm like, I wonder if it can't be her father. It'd fall on her face if that was the case. Okay, all right, we're passing the
She should go
Usos.
see next.
Oh, here she is. Okay, perfect timing. All right, yeah, she's out there with this fucking suit that she's trying her best to be attractive, and she's not. She's just not. Okay, now let me turn the volume up here. Let me turn this microphone on. There we go.
Headline WrestleMania.
Now listen when she starts to talk. My point is, from all of the lip injections, she can't fucking speak. Listen to the like it sounds like she's drunk almost. She can't open her fucking mouth to talk. She got a lisp of some sort. It's bad. Here you go.
Connecticut! It feels so great to be back on SmackDown and headed into the Elimination Chamber. But there is something that I want to get off my chest, something that's been weighing heavily on my heart.
You hear the chest? She can't open her fucking
For
mouth.
the first time in 15 years, Shayna Baszler took me out. Shayna broke my nose and I saw red.
I saw it's like she has like when they pierce their tongues, she's got that fucking effect.
Yeah.
Effect. Yeah, I fucking look at her. I'm like, she is fucking plastic.
Mm-hmm.
She's completely I don't doubt if she has cheek implants.
Yep.
The nose obviously probably shaved down a bit. The lips, give me a break. You think she has a chin thing going? Because didn't she have a bit of a witch chin that shot outward like a moon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that McDonald's moon. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And now it's like she squared it a little bit. Yeah. So, all right. She says, Shayna she's a knockoff Ronda. And it's this whole knockoff Ronda. Shayna comes out bitching that she's sick and tired of being called this knockoff of Ronda. Now Ronda comes out and they stare at each other like it's going to be like, what? She'd be fucking mad at her because she's called this or whatever, who cares?
Yeah.
And then
Shayna looks annoyed.
Yeah, and then they both
Ronda's
jump on
there.
fucking Natty and start beating her up. And then Shitsy comes out. She gets beat up. I love the people who come to the rescue and just get beat up.
And then they get beat up.
Like, thanks for coming. So this will be a fucking tag adventure, right? Jay is in the garage, Faust, leaving with all the trucks, and he's walking out. And Sammy's standing there waiting on him. Thank you, Faust, with the hood. Beautiful. Now you big red beard. And Sammy goes, hey, thanks for what you did at the Rumble. And you got to be in a hard spot, but there's a way out of it. It's very gang, there's a way out for you.
Yeah.
And this is a ship that's going down, and I just need
You
to
don't
say,
have to go down with it.
I acknowledge
He
you. Snap. He look at him. What the fuck?
He puts his fist out.
Yeah, and he
He's
goes,
like,
you better
"Come
get
on,
out
man."
of here.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. And he goes, oh, I'm leaving. He just keep the fist up.
Mhm.
Fucking pound. Get the fuck out. Goes out. So then he gets a pound and leaves, right? Okay, so that's all you see, and he fucking takes up. L.A. Knight interview in the back, and they go, so, this first time we saw you since the whole braid thing. He goes, I'm moving on from that. Fuck this. I'm done with
He's
whatever
Mark
that
McGuire. I'm not here to talk about the past.
is. True life, and
Just
he's
the
like,
future.
yeah, I mean, this is the interview to go. I'm moving on. Let's get a new rivalry. Okay, we're done. Green and Sonya versus Raquel and Liv. Didn't Raquel and Liv just have a fucking major problem that she slapped her in the face because she said she wouldn't win the Royal Rumble?
Yeah, I forgot about that.
And then they had a match where Raquel beat the shit out of her, and she goes, but I showed her. I threw her over the top rope.
That's right.
You lost the match, but I threw her over the top. 4-way. Cross, Moss, Mysterio, Escobar. Now, I'm shocked by the outcome.
I was like, wait, what? Okay, yeah. Well, we saw Madcap when he was showing up to the arena, and Emma gave him some new gear. So then before the match, he was saying he feels good because he looks good.
Yeah, he sit there. Fuck it. I said the same thing playing baseball, Faust. Nobody take mine.
There was a sit down with Charlotte, but like nothing was said.
No, nothing. Am I crazy or does Cross look soft as fuck? He looks doughy.
It's the hair.
I think it is. But he does look doughy to me. He doesn't look in shape. He looks a little let go. I don't know. He's mass, but I think it's like fat mass.
You know, Matt Cardona, Zack Ryder, he's got heat with Cross.
Oh, why is that?
He goes, I got hair heat with this guy. He goes, this guy wrestling all his career bald,
and he's got that head of hair,
and he's got this long, luscious hair. It looks great. So this
looks great. It's wavy as fuck. Yeah, that is always funny when somebody chooses the bald. You go, oh, he must be bald. Then you're like, doesn't have a hair missing on his head. And so bald people are like, you motherfucker, why would you waste your talent, this hair talent of yours?
So this 4-way, I'm like, oh, look at this. Every guy has got a girl in his corner except Ray. But then we see Ray's wife is in the crowd. She just wasn't ringside.
So I was picking Mysterio to win this.
Yeah,
I was surprised that Moss won.
We've seen it, but yeah.
Yeah, I said, okay, so now it's, they get the shot at Walter. Paul with Jimmy in the back.
Did we even say Moss won?
Well, I guess we didn't say that, right? Yeah, Riddick wins.
It's a TV
pinning
match
Mysterio,
week,
too.
So it's a TV match, so we know how that's going to go next
week. Paul, here's the fucking crescendo. This is the end of SmackDown, and Paul says, hey, I was on the phone with Roman, and he goes, oh, how come you didn't let me talk to him? He go, I have reception in here. Very bad. He goes, Roman says, I talked to Roman, and Roman says, for you and your brother to stay home next week, because sometimes you see things on TV that you just don't see live. It gives him a pat and walks away. So you're like, thank God they fucking address, because I love the whole, they're on TV and they go like this. Around. Nobody watching. Only the world. And
then Paul said, listen, SmackDown and Elimination Chamber are both in Montreal. We know you're not allowed in Canada, so just stay home.
Faust, I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that. Oh my God, that's fucking perfect. It is
how
fucking
long are they
perfect.
Not allowed?
I don't know how long that goes. Forever?
I don't know how that works.
Yeah, so stay home. I guess Solo will be there. Yeah, Solo could show up at the thing. And that's how we go off the air with SmackDown. I'm going to ask you later for Raw a couple things. Yes, I want to ask you a few things.
We'll see, because I might have missed a couple things.
No, it's opinion-based stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you'll be okay. So
my DVR took a shit. I don't know what the hell happened. So the rest of this last maybe hour and a half, I watched the Hulu version. So sometimes you don't get everything on there.
We will be over on the Patreon side, ladies and gentlemen. That is another episode for the Freebirds. We will continue this on the patreon.com/Lingus Mafia. If you want to join us, we welcome you over there. There's going to be bonus shows this week, baby. Come on over. See you then. This is Cab Manning from the Lingus Mafia podcast and host of the Wrestlingus Show. Why would you listen to the same old run-of-the-mill wrestling review show? Instead, listen to the Wrestlingus Show. We bust balls and say what you're thinking. Black shows up and spooges in Julia's face. I don't know why she's freaked out. You know this is old hat.
And that was a light one compared to what she's probably used.
Yeah. We dove deep into Aaliyah's debut. She pukes all over her tits.
Like she spit up a bowl of soup or something. Tomato soup.
What should Dewdrop's flying crossbody be called? Beware of the hog splash. Go to patreon.com/LingusMafia and sign up for as little as $5. To find out where to listen to some of these shows for free, go to Twitter @LingusMafia. Yeah, and I'm shocked as much that everybody fucking jerks off to her too.
Yeah.
There's no,
good,
I'm tired of
but,
it. We're done. I'm shocked about that because that's everything. That's always everyone's fucking done and tired of somebody. So. Oh,
that's the other thing. So Billy and Disco have a bet that Cody will get booed before WrestleMania.
Wow.
So Billy thinks the crowd will turn on Cody and start booing him before Mania.
No. And Disco says no, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I
I
know it'll come, but I don't think so. Not that early. That's you almost wait for it, but fuck, it's surprising how fucking. I think they're doing booking well with him, where they're not shoving him down.
I like that I like the shit with him and Sammy, just going back and forth, him hyping up Sammy. It was good. So it's like it doesn't make you hate Cody
him
in
big
spite
time.
of Sammy. You know?
Yeah, and that was the thing. You don't want Sammy versus Cody because Cody won't get his fucking glory of cheered. You know, Cody's gonna win the fucking title. Roman Reigns. You think so? I for some reason I think this continues, man.
Who did I hear? Somebody asked. I think it was Cornette. His co-host was like, "Is there any chance they swerve and Roman wins it, keeps it, and then Cody wins it at SummerSlam?" And he goes, "No, because you might get the Lex Luger effect. Nobody will care by then."
Very true. Strike while the iron's fucking hot, right? I mean, fuck, to stop that fucking streak, it's a long fucking time, man. But then I thought they're going to hold it till fucking Rock Mania again. You know, one of those things. And then after that, I'm like, another fucking year.
Not coming back.
Fuck, another year. Jesus Christ. That's a long fucking time. I guess, and then when does we ever see Roman? Is he off for his contract done?
Yeah, I don't know. He's a part-timer. Go on the Brock schedule. You see him show up for the big events.
That sucks. And he's finally fucking great.
I know.
Yeah. All the time we didn't fucking want him around. All right. That's it, kids. We're fucking done with this show. I think that's all we have to say about the thing, the matters. So that's it. You got anything else to say, Fausty?
No. Looking forward to Saturday. You know, usually, when they had like Roadblock pay-per-view or something, you're like,
it was just a skip. Fastlane, Faust.
Yeah, Fastlane.
When was Great Balls of Fire? Was that too?
No,
was that middle of the fucking? Yeah, it's like June or something, right?
Well, yeah, at least this one looks pretty good. Look forward to it.
Yeah, it's the crowd you look forward to most too, because they go, the crowd's gonna be excited. You know, they're not playing to us.
I'll be watching on delay. I already just realized, I'm like, fuck.
Why you watch on delay?
I got dinner reservations at 5:00. It's our Valentine's.
Oh, no shit. Like, fuck, everything's fucked up. So I was gonna make a nice meal, but can't. I got no kitchen. So Thursday I'm gonna make a beautiful meal.
There you go.
That's what I'm gonna do. So. All right, kids. We will talk to you. And remember, when someone dies,
extend your fucking condolences.